All right, press one if you can hear me. Press one if you can motherfucking hear me. Press one if you can motherfucking hear me. Let's go. Hey, yo, once again, you fuck with me, hit the likes. If you don't, hit the dislike. Feel free to comment and subscribe. Make sure y'all be on the lookout for my upcoming player cooking show coming this motherfucking winter. Make sure you sub to my channel so you can catch my real talk show in conjunction with talking shit.
We will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea. Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime.
That's right, look out for my new merch. Link will be in the description soon as available. Coming soon. All right, what's up to everybody coming out fucking with me this evening? I very much appreciate it. I'm gonna do a quick one, because we did a long one yesterday. But as we can see by the title, it's always something new, but it's basically the same motherfucking shit. But like I said, we got you over here. We got you over here. Once again, you fuck with me, hit the like. If you don't, hit the dislike. Feel free to comment and subscribe. Also, feel free to shut the fuck up, donate to my spiritual fund, which I don't have stolen below. Hold on. There we go. As well as if you got any questions or suggestions, feel free to reach out to me at stlforyou.yt@gmail.com. Okay. That's what's up. But it seems like this high value woman, man, whatever you want to call it, this shit is getting out of control now. It really is. Especially when it gets to the rat. She gonna chew it all up to pieces. Now she has the fucking nerves to say that she's a high value woman. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, I know this motherfucking bitch didn't. I know she didn't. What the fuck do you think makes you a motherfucking high value woman? Explain that. Why don't you break that down? He had the nerves to sit here and say that alpha males don't leave beautiful single mothers. Basically anybody could get left. Anybody could break up with anybody, no matter what the fuck you is. But I get your aim. I get it. You basically trying to say that Priest ain't an alpha male. But we gonna get into it, and we definitely gonna break it down. Let's go ahead and hook this up right here. Hold on. Alrighty.
And it's like 2:00 in the morning. And I was sifting through YouTube, just checking out some videos, trying to figure out what I wanted to post on my channel.
Started the YouTube, trying to figure out what you want to post on your channel. That's the only street you can roam through is YouTube. You can't run around the motherfucking real streets of motherfucking California. She can tell that lie to her new subs because they don't know her right. It's only so long she'll be able to get away with this shit because she gonna show her true colors.
Because of course I'm doing my single mom life stuff and I'm giving people advice on single parenting.
You giving people advice on single parenting. What type of advices are you actually giving out? Because you've asked me, I don't think you too much qualified. Now, if you will sit here and want to say that you basically telling everybody about your situations that you went through and your struggles you're going through and how you overcome them and everything, I could go for that. But advice, no.
But I wanted to see some of the other opinions about single motherhood. So I put single motherhood in the search, right? So of course, all of these videos come up, the life of a single mother, beautiful single mom, all types of just different stuff about single mothers. And I noticed that the only time there was something negative said about a single mother, the person that was posting the video was a Black man. And I was like, how come I don't see no other men of other races wasting their energy out here dragging a single mother?
Oh, okay. So you sit here and saying that you don't think white men make videos about white women? They do. They just don't title it like we do. They got a different language, Sansheré. I thought you were supposed to be in this high value woman, so you should know that. But I want to point something out. As y'all can see, this is a person who said they're not going to be uploaded to YouTube. And y'all already know what I said about that. Lo and behold, she is constantly uploading to YouTube. What's going on, Sansheré? OnlyFans ain't working for you, just like I said. Your membership ain't working for you, just like I said. What's going on?
Now, I'm a beautiful single mother myself. I have 2 kids. I have a 20-year-old who has an amazing father, and I have a 2-year-old who has a deadbeat father.
Oh, okay. There it goes. The first shot at Priest, as usual. Now, what I find strange, Sansheré, I ain't gonna say that. Let me take that back. You see what happened to all the fans? It's pure trash. Live, trust me, it's pure trash. It's not worth your $10.99. You better off with 3 gallons of gas in your car. You'll get further in your car than you will with the rat. Shell said she must have missed all of the white people that drag single mothers and blame them for aberrant behavior of Black boys. Okay. Sure did, Donnell, and they constantly down in women. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. She doesn't, she just go for face value. She just run with that. She don't do her research before she start running her mouth. Shit, you ask me, they do it the fucking worse. But you can't tell her that. To her, it's gonna be, it's Black men. It's Black men. It seems like she just have problems with Black men on and offline. She just can't win for fucking shit. She just can't win for nothing. But we're gonna get into it a little bit more as we go along. But as I told y'all, she's gonna be back on YouTube posting the same. She said her talking about, I'm not gonna post to this so horrible website, this platform. But look at her. Look at her. Right back here. Wanting everybody to hear her bullshit. Ain't that right?
Right. And so before my son was born, of course, I was scared to be a single mother because to me that's, territory I had never stepped foot on. So of course
you were a single mother when you had your daughter. Bitch, you wasn't married. Bitch, you couldn't even stay booed up.
had like my preconceived notions about what it could possibly be, you know, raising a child alone without the father there, without no type of help, you know, maybe struggling financially, you know, the typical, you know, stereotypes that they like to put on single mothers. And it wasn't until I became a single mother that I started to look at all of the women around me who were single mothers. And every single mother around me was successful. They weren't living in poverty.
Okay, if every single mother around you was successful, what the fuck happened to you? Because people in the chat, tell me if I'm right or wrong. If you surround yourself around winners, they're gonna make sure you win too. But for some odd reason, she just can't surround herself around nobody, even though she's sitting here painting this motherfucking fairy tale off, like, oh yeah, all the single mothers I was around, you know, they were good women. Well, bitch, why you ain't good? Why you not a good woman?
They had, you know, good financial stability. You know, I have a couple of friends who are nurses. I have a friend who's a lawyer and she's a single mom. I had all of these amazing women around me that were great moms.
Amazing women that's around you. And this bitch is not amazing. Not at all. None whatsoever. Sansaray is long line of single mothers. Her damn mama is a single mother. What is she talking about? Right.
And we're single, and it didn't even occur to me that, you know, these women was doing it, you know.
It didn't occur to you that these women were doing it big and nice. So that goes to show that you was around some winners and you didn't soak up no goddamn game to see how the fuck you can win. Oh my God. I don't know whether to motherfucking laugh or cuss this motherfucking bitch out. How is that, people? It goes to show you that let's just take her narrative. Katie say clearly she needs new friends. Right. Let's take her narrative though. Because I do believe she probably hung around some, but she didn't know how to cope being around them. She always she's the person that will try to make it seem like she's more better than them. You get her around a group of females, and most of y'all women know what I'm talking about. She want to outdo. She want to try to outdo people who she knows that's better than her. And as we can see on this platform, you got people that try to outdo people when they know they're not better than that person. But it's just what it is. It's competitive nature. But like I said, it goes to show you that she didn't learn shit hanging around a group of winners. She didn't soak up none of that good energy, that good vibes. Because trust motherfucking believe. Mama hang around a gang of motherfucking millionaires, and I'm not one. I'm not finna say put me on. I'm finna sit back and watch and take motherfucking notes.
Living it up. And some of them had the fathers of their children co-parenting, and then some of them didn't. Some of them were divorced, and some of them had never been married. So all of the preconceived notions in my mind that I never had until I got pregnant with my son started to go away after my son was born, and I really started to take stock.
Well, maybe if you wouldn't be so concerned about trying to play motherfucking house out of a motherfucking studio instead of stay bedroom. Focus on yourself, got yourself together. Then ran off to Cali by yourself, because Damo would have been out of school by then. Maybe you know what I'm saying, you could have a more of a good foot forward. But when you got baggage, that kind of tends to slow you down.
And look around me at the women I have been around. And so all of, these stereotypes about single mothers being welfare queens and broke and miserable, educated, and all of this stuff flew out the window. Okay. So as I was looking through the videos a couple of minutes ago, and I seen a guy talking about, you know, you could never take a single mom serious because, they're not high valued women. I saw another being say.
Now, if he did say that, just like you said it, I would have to disagree with him. You do got single mothers out here that are good, high value women. It's the way you carry yourself. If you want to go off, if you ask me about this high value shit, nobody has yet to break the motherfucking definition down. But I'm assuming that, a high value person is a person of good substance, good quality about themselves. They know where they headed. They know what they want to do in life. They got their shit. They got their shit together. And you, Miss Sasha Ray, AK rated motherfucking rat, you don't fit that qualification. Even though you're gonna up yourself like you do, but you don't.
This single mother is saying that she's a high value woman when she basically shouldn't. And I saw another guy telling men to not take single mothers serious and instead pump and dump. And I was thinking to myself, why do these men give the worst advice ever? Like, the last thing that you want to do to any woman is pump and dump, but especially not a single mother. And let me explain to you why. Okay. Number one, if you are a high quality man yourself, the last thing you're going to do is pump and dump a chick because you're trying to protect what you have. You have something to offer. That means your sperm is like golden. So the last thing you want to do is have like a slip up and accidentally get a single mother who already has children pregnant, or a woman that you don't genuinely care about pregnant. So the last thing you're going to do is pump and dump. That's just the worst thing that you can do for yourself, really, whether she's a single mother or not. You have self-control when you're a high-valued man. You thinking about your lineage. You worried about, whether you could end up with a sexually transmitted disease or, something like that. So you're not just going to have casual sex with any random woman, okay? Number two, you're definitely not going to just look at a woman from a distance and try to determine what type of person she is without getting to know her first. And that's with any woman. Like,
God damn, my fault, y'all. Shit. Damn.
If you have a preference, like you don't want to date women who have children and that's your preference, that's completely fine. But when you take your time to say something negative about the type of person that you wouldn't date, it seems ass backwards. It's like, these are the underdeveloped minds expressing themselves. These men do not have critical thinking skills, or they wouldn't even be bothering telling other men what type of women they shouldn't date. If anything, you need to be trying to tell these men what kind of women they should date, right?
So let me take a guess. They should date a woman like you. They should date a woman like Sasha Ray. I wouldn't recommend that. Matter of fact, if you know what I'm saying, if I'd have came in time enough, I'd have motherfucking shit, did my motherfucking best to stop Priest from being in the motherfucking situation he in. Like, no, you can't show her no love, bro. You got to pump her and dump her. She's not worth it, bro. As you can see, she's not worth it. But that's what life, throws some people, when they don't, observe. Ain't that right, Sasha Ray?
Men do not have a problem choosing the wrong woman because it's more than enough single mothers out here. So apparently black men have no problem choosing the wrong woman to have a child by, or they wouldn't keep abandoning these women with children or having children and then breaking up. If men are so high valued, right? If y'all are so wonderful, okay, why is it so easy for y'all to end up having sex with a woman that you really ain't interested in anyway, but you have sex with her, and then
Well, sometimes it's the spur of the motherfucking moment, which I'm pretty sure most of us in there had quick encounters, one night stands, quick flings, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But it wasn't nothing of a foundation, a solid foundation to move on to a relationship status. Maybe if you take the time out to sit here, goddamn, my fault. Shit. Maybe if you take the time out and take your time instead of rushing. What I mean by rushing, that mean moving in with a nigga less than 3 months, talking about y'all married less than 4 months, and sitting here getting pregnant less than 5 months. You see that timeline? That's too fucking quick. That's too fucking quick. I would say 3 months, do a good solid, dating, look at it, how his schedule, his or her schedule go, then come that 3 month time, like I said, make it a friendly game of baseball, before you actually dump a motherfucker, or cut a motherfucker loose. Give 3 strikes. I think that should be good because everybody gonna put their best foot forward coming into dating and also to a relationship. The responsibility doesn't solely fall on men. Women need to stop having sex without being in a committed relationship. I agree with that. But Metal Heart, let me ask you a question, sister. Let's say if you just want to fling with a person, would it be a bad or good thing? Welcome to the room, Brandon. But as I was saying, start off like that. Stop going into a relationship. Into a relation, because it ain't a ship yet. It's relations you start off with. Then when you get together, then it'll be a relationship. But start off with like I said, a 3-strike program. Motherfucker fuck up 3 times, just come loose ass. Yo, look, I can't do this. Which Preach did do. He did do it, but somehow, the rat, saying she nibbled her way back through to make it like she was gonna do better when she didn't. She even got even fucking worse. I don't do flings, so it wouldn't. So it will be bad for me. Oh, okay, I feel you. So yeah, flings ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I can respect that. Okay, what about for the people in here that do flings? I want y'all to keep that question in mind after I'll drop the link as well.
somehow she ends up pregnant and you want to abandon her with a child, or when you want to act like she wasn't worth your sperm. Well, if she wasn't worth it, well, what type of business did you have up in her anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm mad I got a Mr. Miyagi, a whole bunch of dudes. Like, you got to start using your head, man.
Okay, somehow it seems like the guys need to start using their head. No, it's both of you need to start using your head, but it's both of you need to come to the table on what you're expecting out of this relation before y'all enter into a relationship. So you want to go in assuming. When you go in assuming, you got to be prepared for the worst. Basically, as I always say, expect the motherfucker unexpected. But when you go in and you put your cards down on the table and you put your excuse me, you put your demands down on table or paper, either one of the motherfucking two. You come forward with them. You letting that person know where you stand at. You're not assuming no more. Nobody can assume no more. Everybody know what the type of ball game is finna be played. See, she never talks about that part. You said a committed relationship is not enough. You said it's not enough. A committed relationship is not enough. Damn. What do you expect, guy? Motherfucker to bear you afterwards. Within 3 months.
Now, I'm a beautiful single mother myself. I'm not having a hard time finding a man. Men in my inbox all the time. Men trying to fly me places. Men trying to get me to move.
Okay. We gotta start with the IG shit, Sasha Ray. Motherfuckers ain't trying to fly your motherfucking ass out. Get the fuck up out of here. And if they are, trust and motherfucking believe it's just a motherfucking fuck. Niggas ain't trying to fly you out so they wife you up. They just trying to fuck.
Certain places, men sending me money like it's nothing. I have no problem with guys. Just because I'm a single mother, it is not stopping men from trying to get at me. Trust me. It's men trying to.
Of course, it ain't stopping men trying to get at you until they get to know you a little bit more, and they see you ain't rap tight. Once they put that together, shit, most of them back off or run away. That's the problem you're having, and that's the problem you're not talking about.
Get at me that are single. It's men trying to get at me that are married. It's
DJ MI said they're gonna fly right back. Oh shit. Oh shit. That shit was too fucking. One flew over the cockatoo's nest.
men that are trying to get at me that don't have kids, and it's men that's trying to get at me that do have kids. I will never have a problem with attracting a man because I am a high-valued woman, and I was a high-valued woman.
Okay. With that being said, if you're a high-value woman and you tracking all these motherfucking men, don't you think most of them are high-value men? Correct me if I'm right or wrong. What's the problem?
Before I gave birth to my son. Just because my son's father made the choice of abandoning me with a child, it doesn't mean that I'm less of a woman. It means that there's something going on with that man. He is broken. Because if
okay, it's something wrong with the man. Ain't nothing wrong with Science Ray. There's something wrong with the man. Okay. Just like you said, something wrong with Priest. But Priest ain't the one that steady motherfucking bringing this shit up for the past 3 years. But ain't nothing wrong with Science Ray. Science Ray is fine.
it was just about him avoiding me, he would just avoid me, but still take care of his child. I think a lot of men fail at holding other men accountable for stuff. And you don't.
Right, DJ MIA. High value, but living in a extended state. Exactly. She said she was a high value woman. I'm saying like, God damn, I know she didn't.
Think logically, when you start analyzing the behaviors of men, you overanalyze the behaviors of women, but you don't analyze the behaviors of men. If my son's father truly believed that I was a low-valued woman, he probably wouldn't deal with me to begin with. Now,
really, once you listen to him, he didn't want to really deal with you. But the dude had a heart. I mean, a real big motherfucking heart. You ask me. He gave you a motherfucking place to stay when you had nowhere to go, which you failed to keep. You failed to stop mentioning. He let you drive his car after yours got repossessed, which you failed to stop mentioning. He went to work every day to make sure you had motherfucking food in your motherfucking mouth and a motherfucking roof over your head, which you failed to stop mentioning. So if you ask me, is he a high value guy? Yeah. He did all that for you. He just got tired. He seen the bullshit.
Number one. Number two, if it was just about me being a low-valued woman, he would still be taking care of his child. The reason why.
Okay, now you want to throw his child up in this shit. See, okay, all right. We get the picture. We get the picture. You say he's not taking care of his child. Okay. My thing and my question is, what all do you expect him to do 3,000 miles the fuck away? Answer that. Because I know you're listening. What all do you expect that man to do 3,000 plus miles away? I bet you won't answer that.
I am a single mother is because of the poor choice that my child's father made, and it has no reflection on me whatsoever.
He made a poor choice. He made a poor choice by motherfucking fucking with you. He made a poor choice by going homeless with you and for you. He definitely made a motherfucking poor choice by getting your ass pregnant. No disrespect to baby Justy, y'all. He could have had a better mother. I'm just saying.
Now, do I wish I would have chose a better man to have a child by? Of course.
She said she wished she would have chose a better man to have a baby with. Now, Sasha Ray, if you're listening or if you listen, how good and how better can you get than him? All jokes to the side. How good and how better can you get than him? Because a motherfucker with his shit together ain't gonna fuck with you. And I already said all the fucking reasons why. And I don't think I have to say them over again. And you know why. You can paint this facade and this motherfucking this perfect picture like you got your shit together, you doing it. All you want. But when their reality kicks out and their reality shows, you ain't gonna be able to fight it. Oh, I forgot who I was talking about. Knowing her, she gonna come up with an excuse for everything. Sam Little says she looked terrible. Who is paying for OnlyFans catfish page?
But I did my due diligence in my situation. I was very open about what kind of woman I am. I was very clear. It wasn't like we was in a pump or dump situation.
Oh, you was very clear. Oh, okay. Well, since you were very clear, was you very clear to him about you still staying with your daughter's father and why? Was you clear to him about that you're about to get your car repossessed and why? Was you clear to him about the block dimes, whatever fuck you the photography shit about what was really going on with that and why? You weren't making no goddamn money. Was you clear to him about that? No. Because if you would have been, I'm pretty sure he would have thought, oh, okay, let me step back. Let me stop fucking with her. I'm good.
Really, slept with each other. Our relationship was built on so many other things that have nothing to do with sex. And so you can't look at every single mother and believe that, okay, because she's a single mom, she's no longer a high value woman. There are so many things that make me appealing to men. That's why men continue to try to get at me. And so I hear
oh, okay. So men continue to try to get at you. Let's open up a can of reality right quick, Sasha Ray. And others too. Now, I'm assuming that you trying to keep yourself up as much as you can. Okay, I give you 1 point for that. You stand in an extended stay hotel. It's not like your house was on fire or you wait for your house to get built. Some situation like that. That's when you're a permanent residence. So that right there, I had to give you a half point. You don't got good credit. You can't pull out one fucking credit card. That's 0. Let's see what else. Your attitude is fucked up. That's 0. You're dealing with a toddler. My opinion. Once again, my opinion. I would get at 0.5. It depends on, how the situation is. Right now, I could deal with no chick that has a toddler at my age, no. So you add those points up. You don't even come over 5 points or close to fucking 5 points to sit here and say you're a high quality value woman. So think about that, and you do your own point system if you think I'm over here making up some bullshit. Because I would love to hear this shit on how you're a high value woman. Come up with a way how you could, you know what I'm saying, be a high value woman with 5 points. I would love to hear that shit too.
A lot of men that I may have rejected or men that I never gave a shot to say a lot of negative stuff about me. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, okay. Hey, that's a good one. That's something I missed. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, income. I would get at a. I would say I want to go 7.75 with that one. Yeah, I go 0.75. Why not? Because this bitch sit here talking like shit. She's a motherfucking professional when she's a fucking Uber driver. But I go ahead and say point. Well, I say fuck that 0.5.
I have a lot of dusties out there that despise me.
And also break your definition down of a dusty. I would love to hear that too. Because you show using that terminology very loosely. I mean, very loosely. Like you know what it is from A to Z. So break that terminology down of what a dusty is. Matter of fact, y'all, next time she go live, somebody remember to go over there and ask her that. Hey, Sansaray, what's your terminology of a dusty?
Never got a chance with me, right? And then I got men out there.
Matter of fact, I'm finna email this bitch. Fuck this shit. Fuck yeah. I know it's probably less than any motherfucking way.
Who love me so much, you know, men are very invested in me. Like I said before, they
men are very invested in you. Sansaray, if men were very invested in you, I don't think you would be coming online complaining about relationships. If men were very invested in you, you wouldn't have time to come online and complain about relationships. So it just don't fucking add up.
Send me money, they talk to me, they're good to me because I'm a good woman. I have a lot to offer.
You're a good woman and you have a lot to offer. Bitch, let me hear everything you got to offer. I would love to hear this shit. Press one in the room, you love to hear what the fuck she got to offer.
I'm a very, attractive, sexy, beautiful woman. Very confident in myself, very smart, very intelligent.
Very smart and very intelligent. Oh, shit. What are you smart about? The only thing I see you smart at doing is some fuck shit. You're intelligent? No. You fucking ass backwards. You a fucking ass backwards. That's a fact. You an ass fucking backwards. You don't know how to die right. How the fuck can you be intelligent? You can't die right. Oh shit. She over there propping herself up real good, y'all. I bet she put this shit on her dating profile. I bet she do.
I have my own thing going on. I don't need a man for anything.
Oh, now you don't need a man for anything, but you got a lot of men that's invested in you. Well, if you got a lot of men that's invested in you and you don't need a man for nothing, what the fuck they invested in? What are they investing in? You don't need them. You should let them go. Don't y'all think so too? Tell me if I'm lying. This shit ain't adding up. It's like me saying shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A lot of bitches be on me and shit, but I don't need them though. Oh man. Oh shit. Hey. It gets better and better every day, y'all. I swear for God it does. Hold on, I know I've been missing some shit. I had it on another screen. Let me read some of this shit y'all write, man. I go Mr. Live. He bumping in. Mr. Live, brother, you still ain't took the stand yet. You know, Mr. Live still ain't came and took the stand yet, man. I believe you was over there caking with the motherfucking rat now. You souped the head up real motherfucking good. Oh shit, hold on. BZ said that tramp is better off being high value at a truck stop next to toothless addicts. Oh shit. Lyric said that's her confident personality. It gotta be. It gotta be. She amped herself up real good. I told y'all before, if I come on this motherfucker talking about shit, I'm a good ass man. Man, I'll be lying like a motherfucker. If I tell y'all some shit like that, hey, man, you need to go on with that shit. Y'all call me out. Fuck that. Call me the fuck out. This bitch over there hyping herself. Oh, I'm a good woman. I'm intelligent. I'm confident. Oh my God. Who the fuck told you that? Who the fuck told this bitch that? Miss Lie, you was over there caking with that bitch, man. You told that bitch that shit. That they hating on you because you're very intelligent. Miss Lie got ghosted shit. No, nigga. Scatterbrain said that confidence is coming from those dusty gases her up on OnlyFans. Shit. I think she gassed herself up. I have 2 men invested in me, my husband and my dad. Why are so many men needed in her world? Right. Exactly. Wow. That's some real shit, Shell. Some real shit. I go for that one right there. Shell said her motherfucking husband and her father is the 2 men that all she needs to be invested in her. But shit, you can't tell a rat that. Shit, everybody want her. Lurk said, how can she keep that sweater and her piece in the same condition for 6 months? I told y'all she was gonna come back. I told you she's gonna come back with the same dusty ass motherfucking weave, the same dusty ass sweater, and then caked up ass makeup. And goddamn, her go to rat. She came up just like that. Let me read some more. Hold on. Damn, y'all was like some good shit, man. I'm trying to catch this shit. Okay, Nova said many men invested in her, yet she talks about Priest every day. Right, exactly. You know, Priest was the closest thing she had to a relationship. Exactly. Okay. Or RVSOP said, how you have value and refuse to take. Okay. All right. Oh shit. Oh man. Hey, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I need some water for this. I need some water. Hold on. Oh shit. Man. Oh shit. Oh man. Damn. Shell said, Mr. Lie, how much do we have to pay you to do an interview with STL? Like, he ain't gonna come. Who else said something? Let's see. I was really hoping she upgrade that sweater, that things begging to be put down. Okay. She high value non-shower taker. High value, but only body sprays for fragrance. Right. Now, exactly. She ain't got none of that motherfucking top of line smell good. Been calling herself high value. No doses of Gabbana. What else? What's it? No Chanel number 5. Shit, she ain't got no motherfucking women's eternity. None of that. She got that motherfucking that Walmart and that motherfucking Family Dollar brand shit that you be seeing in the middle of the aisle and shit. Oh man. Shell said, Mr. Lie, there is. Yes, there is. We want to know why you ghost her at the promise of thousands of dollars in a Chick-fil-A franchise. Don't even bring that back up. Oh shit. Y'all wild the motherfucker tonight, man. Me neither, sis. If I saw her, I would probably kick her in the ass. No lie. That hate is real. That hate is real. Oh shit. The heck with shit Chanel number 5. Sansaray needs soap and water. Y'all said drop the leaf. He ain't coming up. He's not coming up. Right, Soul Flower, high value scammer. Yeah, she definitely high value at that shit. She is definitely high value when it comes to scamming. Okay, let's roll the last couple of minute or two. Hold on. Okay.
However, when a man comes into my life, the last thing that I'm trying to do is belittle him or make him feel smaller than what he is, or, I treat him like a king. And every man that I've ever been with, I've treated him like a king. And when these men decide to make poor decisions that bring our relationship to a demise, I am not going to internalize that and make that.
So now she's sitting here and she wants to blame the man on the reason why the relationship didn't go good. I find it strange, Sansaray, that every fucking relationship that you were in, it was always the man's fault. I find that strange. I do. Like I said, once again, if I told y'all some shit like that, I'd be lying like a motherfucker. I say, it's always the woman's fault. You know what I'm saying? Reason why the relationship didn't work. No, I own up to my shit. Most of the time, it was me. You know what I'm saying? In a few situations, it was the female. Now, I'm owning up to my shit. Why it's so hard for you to sit here and own up to yours about something that happened in the past? Welcome to the panel, I was saying.
Hey, look. How the hell, you know what? I don't like her. This heifer, how the hell is she talking about she a high-value woman? High-value women don't wash their ass in Walmart, okay? And sleep in the damn. I don't know a high-value woman doing that bullshit. And if she's such a high-value woman, how the hell she pick Priest? I mean,
Right.
You gonna pick a dude that went from his wife's house to his grandmother's house, and you took your high-valued ass to move in with him at his grandmother's house? What's her definition of high value? That bitch is
Well,
living in a hotel, huh?
If you ask her, she would tell you that she downgraded herself when she was started messing with Priest.
Yeah, but high value women don't downgrade.
Exactly.
Okay, they don't downgrade. If she's so high value, then she should have her husband by now, or a man.
Right.
At least
you would think so.
You would think bitch wouldn't be living in no damn hotel and no extended stay, driving Uber or whatever she doing.
She a high value woman though.
Yeah, okay. This bitch is delusional. Shit. Go wash your ass.
The point that had me rolling when she was propping herself up. Talking about, oh, I'm smart, I'm intelligent. I'm like, oh my God, who the fuck told you that? That's the point had me rolling.
Oh my gosh. She is a trip. Oh man. Okay. I'm going.
My problem, like the world wants us to. Being a single mom is not something that most women coming into a relationship will ever dream of being. No woman chooses that, unless they have dreams of being a mother. And there are women out there that have dreams of being a mother that they're just not going to wait for like the perfect guy to come along so they could be a mother. Some women just want to be a mother. And a lot of times I hear men speak so disrespectfully about women being single mothers.
Okay. Now that's another thing that she has. Where in reality do you hear this shit at, Sansa Ray? We know you heard online, which is some bullshit. But where in your reality do you hear this shit at?
As if all of our situations are the same. No, you have single mothers out there who were married and now they're divorced. And you got single mothers out there who purposely became single mothers. And you got single mothers out there who were having casual sex and, a baby came. Let me circle back to the whole thing where I was talking about, the pump and dump situation. Like that.
Yeah, definitely circle around right back around to this. Hey, I got to excuse me. Shit, I got a lot of them. Excuse me.
It's a conscious decision. Like, you don't accidentally get somebody pregnant, because when you're having sex, any type of sex that you're having, it's a choice. You're choosing to not use protection. So it's done purposely. It's not like, oh, I had a slip up. No, it's really, if you don't want to have children, and if you're a high value man and don't want children, you're going to put on some protection, or you're going to get a vasectomy. If you know.
And if you're a high value woman and you don't want no nigga that ain't your motherfucking husband run up in you bear, you gonna make him use protection.
And sometimes it is an accident, because a woman could be on birth control and can get pregnant, and you can use a condom. Man can use a condom, and things can happen. So what is she talking about? Sometimes accidents do happen.
Yeah, but you got to remember, she make all this situation basically caters to her situation.
She must be listening to Kevin Samuels with this high value bullshit.
Okay? Yeah, she picked up on that as well.
Yeah.
She's running with that. That's what she does. Yeah, me either. Yeah. Until she bring her ass back.
Right. Okay.
Oh, you don't want kids. You're going to be very selective about who you had sex with, and you are not going to pump and dump. You're not going to be jumping around just casually sleeping with women. You're going to preserve yourself really seriously. And I can tell you this because there's plenty of men around me that I've watched do this.
And there's plenty of motherfucking women that's doing the same motherfucking thing. It works both ways.
Ain't no men around her ass. Okay.
We know that, but the narrative she's trying to put out there, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, going against the grain with it.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome to the panel, Ivy.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hey Ivy.
Hey.
What's going on?
I'm really sick. I'm really, really, really sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. I'm really, really sick of it. Just with her in general, but also because of what she represents. This is going to seem ironic in a sense, because as you guys know, I don't have any children. Please think long and hard about who you allow yourself to have children with. Okay? People like this get on my nerves. Okay? You are 50% responsible for whether you conceive a child. And women like this, who, I mean, first of all, we all know that she intentionally got pregnant, right? We all know she intentionally got pregnant.
Exactly.
But what she's attempting to do is something that I see a lot of people doing. You are 50% responsible for whether you allow a child to be conceived. Okay? And yes, birth control options fail. No option is 100% fail proof. Not even getting your tubes tied, if you can believe that. You can get pregnant with your whole fallopian tubes removed, right? But
Yep.
it's not common. And there were certain factors, medical conditions, hyperfertility, being obese, medication interactions that can make certain types of birth control less effective, all right? But that's not what's happening for the large part. People are just out here being irresponsible like it's going out of style. Okay? And I don't really care what adults do, but I care tremendously about the conditions under which children are born and raised in this world, which is why, as you guys notice, I go in on it. I'm very harsh on this topic because children are not games. They're not games. They're not toys that you could put back in the shelf. Okay? And what I really don't get is, for me as a childless woman, I seem to understand that more than certain parents do. And I just don't get that. You know, and I just, it's just like stop. Yes, Nova, it's me. You know, I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I get into these conversations with men too, right? And eventually they start responding, oh, well, the woman can get an abortion. What are you doing to make sure that your sperm does not fertilize a woman's eggs? Right? And then it's just this bickering back and forth and da-da-da-da-da this and da-da-da-da-da this and da-da-da. This is why you need to be very careful about who you have your children with. Okay? And I was thinking about the conversations that we were having. Was it yesterday you went live?
Yeah,
no,
it was yesterday.
No. I'm not about to cry. I hate crying. I'm not that emotional. But no, I'm not about to cry. My coffee is wearing off. And I still haven't adjusted to losing an hour. But no, I don't cry. I'm one of those people, like, I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna get pissed. But you know, I really I really don't get this. Like, it just seems like, oh, you're having kids, you're excited, and then it goes wrong, and then you discover this, and it's just like, why didn't you take the time to discover it in the first place?
Right. I agree.
Like, I don't get that. Or like, it's like when you watch the Maury show, right? Like, I bought you everything you have on that. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're out here having children with somebody that you know that's broke. You're an idiot. If this guy didn't have a pot to piss in nor a window to throw it out of, why are you getting pregnant by him? Why are you making a $250,000 commitment to a dude who's broke? And if a man cannot protect and provide for you, you have absolutely no evidence that he can protect. I don't know what's going on. Hold on.
No, I got it. Yeah, I had a mute send up. Go ahead.
No, and it's like, if a man has provided zero evidence that he can consistently protect and provide for you, then you really shouldn't be marrying him. And if that's the case, you also shouldn't be having kids with him. Like, I'm just confused by this society where it seems like people just consistently put the cart before the horse. I'm not ready for marriage. So, like, but you're out here having kids. Oh, I can't afford to get married. Then you can't afford to have kids. Like, I'm legitimately, I'm just legitimately confused about what's going on with this, you know, like when conservatives and stuff say that there is a breakdown of the family, they are not wrong. And of course, it's always been more dire and drastic in our community and the Black community, but they're not wrong. Even if Priest wasn't broke, Satsare is. That alone is reason to not have that baby. Forget the baby's father's condition. You are also broke. So, and we know why she had it, but it's just like, you are broke and you're not married to him. So even if he's not broke, if he dies tomorrow, you're entitled to nothing. because you're not his wife.
No, that's the spiritual wife now. The spiritual wife overrides the reality wife.
Not in court, it doesn't. Not in court, it doesn't. Not in court, it doesn't. You are either legally married or you're not. I don't play these games with people. I don't play, we're essentially married. Are you married or not? Sí or no? Yes or no? I don't have time for this pseudo marriage stuff. I'm so confused about what's going on. Like just in the state of the family in America. I don't understand. It's like you need nothing more than to look at what happened with as the Black family continues to break down. Now we're starting to see the same thing as unexpected and out of wedlock pregnancies and births happen in other communities. And we continue to let this happen. If you can't afford to get married, you can't afford kids. I just like, do people think about the kids at all?
No.
You know, and some people do. They would say, I would never kill my baby. I would never have an abortion. All right. But I feel like that's even more reason for you to make sure that you can't get pregnant because you know you can't afford the baby. So then don't you logically have an obligation to make sure that you don't get pregnant? Like, I'm so confused. Like you know you can't afford a baby, and but you know if you get pregnant with one, you're not going to terminate them. So then just don't get pregnant with one. I don't understand this. I don't. Yes, I don't understand this. I'm literally confused, and it's weird to me because. As a childless person, I see all of these people, a lot of them are parents, and they're going so hard. But you wake up every day and you know what it's like to actually raise kids. And a lot of you know what it's like to actually not afford them. You should be agreeing with me. You should be agreeing with me. Like having kids is no joke. Like sometimes I feel like I'm crazy.
You're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're exactly right. You're right.
I say broke people should not have kids, and people get on the defensive. You literally cannot take care of you adequately. So why would you add kids to the equation? Just like logically, you shouldn't even get a dog. If you're broke, you shouldn't have. Right. You should. And I'm not saying that dog's life or that child's life is a liability. The money that you have to spend on them makes that the cost a liability. I don't get it. I don't get it. I know y'all are telling me I'm not crazy, and that's why I fuck with y'all. But it's just I go on YouTube and it's just or people. Everybody's broke. No, everybody is not broke. Everybody's not broke. Everybody's not broke. Nobody's ready to have a kid. No, you're not ready to have a kid. I don't understand. And sometimes I feel like I get this more than people who actually have kids. I don't understand this. But people feel so attacked by that. I don't care if you make $100,000 a year and you are in debt because you have $150,000 worth of annual expenses. If you are broke, you should not. You are doing a vast disservice to that child. I don't get it. And I worry for these kids. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get this shit. This is baffling. This is baffling to me. You know, and this is, you know, so I'm not even really talking about Sansa Ray so much because we know why she did. And that's actually
we're talking in general. We're talking in general as well.
It's really a horrible, that's a horror. Like, I'm going to get pregnant by him because I'm going to trap him and I'm going to keep, he's going to divorce his wife, marry me. We're going to be a family. We're going to have a YouTube channel and I'm not going to have to work. He's going to work or whatever. I'm going to make money off YouTube and I'm going to keep living in his grandma's place. Really?
May I chime in?
Yeah, we got Jade on the panel.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jade.
Hi, Jade.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Finn. Hi, Ivy. Hi.
How are you, honey?
I'm fine. Um, I'm listening to you, Ivy, go off, and you are 100% correct. But I think, I mean, you can't make sense of it because it doesn't make sense. But the thing here is that when we're dealing with poverty and mental illness and no control of your reproductive system, you're going to get these outcomes. And so, what a lot of people like to sweep under the rug is the mental illness that has plagued us for centuries. And a lot of it is due to a lot of reasons, and I think we all kind of know the obvious. As it pertains to our community, now as it pertains to other people's community in this country, yeah, there is a breakdown in the foundation of this country as it pertains to mental health. People are going crazy every day. So you couple that with trying to find ways to cope with your mental illness. One of those coping mechanisms is sex, uncontrollable sex. And so the result of that is going to be you're going to bear children. So that is kind of where we are in this society. That is also an example of what's happening with Sansaray. Sansaray has some type of undiagnosed mental illness coupled with being plagued with being born into a broken family, no real solid foundation, and surrounded by poverty. So it kind of crippled her in terms of there being no real expectation in her life because her mom didn't have a major expectation. So where there's no expectation, then the children suffer because no one really expects you to be, as she likes to say in her own mind, successful. So what happens is you try to find easy ways to float through life. And that is Sansaray's issue, along with a lot of people's issue. You develop a welfare state of existence. So you hop from person to person, whoever will coddle you, just as long as you're distracted from doing real work to get real results. So unfortunately, Sansaray, who has never had to be responsible due to a low or no expectation in her life, she has brought children into the world, unfortunately, with no real solid plan to provide for these children. Because even in the event that you are a young woman or a woman, period, who has a reproductive system, knowing what it will do, if you do not control your ovulation, then you will have a child. Chances are, if you're not married, you're going to be one of those women who are going to 9 times out of 10 be responsible for caring for their child alone. So what most women will do who decide to keep the child, they have to, excuse my phrase, pull themselves up by the bootstraps and get out there and go get it so that they can provide a decent lifestyle for their child and just make the best of the situation that they put themselves in. And they go on, and many women do it. And they don't cry about it. They don't ask or go to the government for any assistance. Many of these women will go back to school. They'll go to trade school, vocational, wherever, to further their education or their marketable skills. And they do the best that they can. And usually, if they're really an involved parent, their child comes out on, the decent side of life and become productive members of society. Unfortunately for Sansaray, she has never had to be a mother, even though she did have a daughter. She was not ever responsible for that daughter because the father stepped in, rightfully so, and took control of that situation. Now, the daughter is barely making it mentally. I mean, I'm not in their everyday life, but just from what I can see, you can look at the daughter and tell she's dealing with some type of possible shock value of her mother's absence. Because you are a young woman. Most young women still want and long for their mother to be an example of womanhood or some type of involvement. The young lady went to the prom. Her mother was not even there. I don't know what the graduation was like, but I do know in most young women's lives, prom is a big deal. You want your mother there. Her first boyfriend, she does not give any solid advice. She and the mother call each other bitches and whatever other type of street colloquialisms that you wouldn't dare talk to your parent with. So we're dealing with a parentless situation. Sansaray had a parentless situation. Her mother was not really there and not really, involved. And now she did the same thing with her daughter. And unfortunately, she's on the scout for some man that will have her so she can be distracted from parenting her son. And if she could, she'll leave him and go on about her business. So this is what we're dealing with. And unfortunately, this has plagued people for a long time, for generations. She's a second generation motherless. she says she's had children, but she's never really played the role of a mother. So she's kind of like a motherless mother, so to speak. You had the child, but you're not really involved.
Let me ask you something. Don't you catch the part when she say, "Oh, until I had my son, then I became a single mother"? It's like that's kind of odd to me. Like you was a single mother before you had your son. What are you talking about?
But she
No,
is
but
telling the truth. She's telling the truth. She did birth the child. You know, she birthed the child, but she didn't raise the child. So technically speaking, she's kind of in a forced situation to have to take care of a child that she really never wanted. So the same thing with Dominique. She really didn't necessarily want the child, but keep in mind, she is a floater. She's a vagabond. You float your way through life and you just try to go, you know, get by. And
Right.
so with the daughters, I think that she probably intentionally had the baby with that daughter's father. I think she knew that the dude was probably a decent guy. And she knew that, you know, hey, this dude, if all else fails, he'll be decent to me. And I'll have kind of somewhere to stay, or it's kind of a welfare situation. Because remember, keep in mind, she left them in another state to go out down to Georgia. Remember, she left and went to Georgia so she can party her life away. She said to do some, missionary clergy.
She said Marlon, she wanted to do the Marlon when she went to Atlanta. That was
right, and made it seem like she was a clergy woman or something in the gospel. And how I know you go from one extreme to the next, but
exactly.
You know, either way, she went to Georgia, leaving her daughter behind. So she knew that the dude was gonna be a decent guy. You know, so here he is following up behind her, hoping that, hey, you're a woman. This is a little girl, hoping that she would be involved, kind of like forcing her into the mother role. And no matter what he did, it never worked, because remember, every apartment she had, now this is her telling her story. Every apartment she had, she got evicted. She's never been financially responsible on her own. And so we're dealing with a woman with a mental illness. If anybody knows anything about people with mental illnesses, they can never make it on their own. And God bless us already stated this fact. Mentally ill people, they cannot balance their bills on their own. They cannot pay their rent or anything. They can't do any of that stuff on their own. And that's how you know when a person is unstable. They go from job to job. They live from place to place. And everywhere they go, it's always the other person's or the other party's fault for why that situation did not last or pan out. That has been Sansare's story. I have many mentally ill people in my family, and I've observed them. And that is the same pattern. There's never responsibility. So now she's in this situation. Unfortunately, we can only pray. I don't know anybody else's spiritual, whatever, beliefs, but you can only pray or send out good vibes for the young man, because it does not look too good for him. There's no solid foundation. We've seen them bounce around already, and he's only 3 years old. So this is where we are. And this woman is yickety yakking about single mothers are strong and they're this and that. Well, if you're so strong, stop talking about men. If you're happy being a single mother, if you're doing the best that you can, then talk about things that deal with self-improvement or motherhood.
Right.
Everything always goes back to a mate.
That's what you would think she would do.
It always goes back to relationships with these people.
And see,
you 40 years old. Come on.
The reason why she feels that she's a single mom now, like you said, Jade. See, Dominique's dad basically took care of Sansare too, because she was living in the house with him. So she was able, like you said, to do whatever she wanted to do. So that's why she always gives these high accolades to Dominique's dad, you know, how good of a man he was. It wasn't so much that she's saying that because of how he raised her daughter. It's because of what he did for her. Okay. And so that's part of her mental illness. So now she really does feel like a single mom because Priest is nowhere around. So yeah,
but
now
check this
she's
out,
a single mom.
Think about this. Let's think about this, you guys. This is how we know, excuse my language, Sansare ain't shit. Okay, and many women like her. Here you are, you had a situation, an ideal situation where the father is kind of like the primary caretaker, and all you had to do was go to school or get a trade. And we've talked about this multiple times. all that time Dre carried her, she could have gotten a doctor's degree. She could have been made a lot of money, saved a lot of money, really have been really successful. We're talking about real tangible, not at your mouth, running your mouth about what's in your head. Real tangible things going on to set up a better future for your daughter and whatever other future situation you would have found yourself in. Here's a woman, 40 years old, living in a motel or hotel, rental taxi cab driver, and nothing to show for her life after being carried for almost 20 years.
Right. I can't
This
get
is
that
a
part
sad situation.
Yeah. I definitely can't get that. I'm like, God damn, the last 2 years, was finna come to an end. Like, shit, you ain't prep yourself for that? But we got God bless on the panel. Let me pass the mic to her.
God bless.
Hey guys, hey Jay, Ivy, Cynthia,
Hey.
STL. Man, y'all guys are bringing it. Y'all need to write a book on. Y'all guys, listen. This is what I want to say too, just to add on a little bit with Sansaray. I really do hope that Sansaray do find somebody, not for her, but for justice. Sansaray, and I still believe it, she's mentally ill, but she has a cognitive delay. This woman is incapable of raising a child by herself. She just doesn't have it. And it's nothing, it doesn't make her a less of a person. It's just true. She doesn't have it because she was never taught, and she doesn't have the skills to learn it. No offense to Mr. Live, but she said that Mr. Live promised her $6,000 and she believed it, if that's true.
No, 50,000.
50,000. 50,000.
Why y'all ask that dude to come up? He's not gonna come up.
I've been begging that.
I believe it. I believe what happened. I believe he told her that shit. He just don't want to. He just don't want to talk about the shit. So I understand.
Yeah, I just that's just the elephant in the room that she doesn't understand. She can't not do it. That's the reason why Kathy is still with her in the studio apartment, sleeping on the couch. I don't know, but that's what's going on with Sansaray, and Sansaray trying to gas herself up to believe that a man gonna come in and she wants a man to swing and save her because she wants to be saved. Sansaray doesn't want to be a single mother. She tried to convince herself that she's a strong woman. She can handle it. Just like you teach your kids. We all do this with our children.
And I told her, and God bless her, I told her, if you that motherfucker strong, tell Kathy pack her shit and go back to Washington, D.C.
Exactly.
Listen how strong you really are.
Exactly, Estelle, because she can't handle it. And you try and tell me that Kathy doesn't have another daughter that she can live with. You mean that Sansaray is the only one who drives 60 hours a week in Uber is taking care of Kathy? Kathy doesn't have a daughter she can stay with or her another family member to stay with because Kathy is benefiting Sansaray. Sansaray wants to eventually move Kathy out and bring a man in so she won't have to worry about that. And that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard thing to feel, but when I'm 40 years old. I'm the same age as Sansaray. Sansaray, the game gets kind of tricky in the dating scene when you my age, when you our age. Okay.
Yeah.
You never lied.
Yeah.
You never lied.
It's first of all,
especially with a 3-year-old.
A 3-year-old.
Exactly,
Cynthia. A man is not going. I hate to, and this is true, and I hate to say it, but a man who's probably 45 or 50 is not gonna come in and see that you live in a studio apartment and your mama live sleeping on a couch and say,
your grown daughter.
Yeah, or her daughter, and say, hey, that's a chick for me. I'm gonna move her in and get my benefits for my job. I've been working for 20 years. That's not how it works, sis. It's not.
And if he did, kind of like what Sin said earlier, I think maybe a couple of days ago, if a man was interested, he probably is interested in possibly hurting your child or taking advantage of your baby, because you have a lot of guys out there with extreme mental illnesses, molesters and things of that nature. If you look at Sansaray, and I'm not putting her down, but I'm just being honest, aesthetically, she's past her prime, physically on the looks end, because just body wise, she's not an unattractive woman facially, but on the body side, And then when you talk about financially, you're not in a decent place. And
Right.
then your living situation is not up to par. So what
Exactly.
man in his right mind, now I'm talking about a person
Exactly.
in their right mind,
I
would
just
want
said
to
it earlier.
sign up for that
I,
unless they were mentally crazy and possibly a child predator.
Exactly.
Come on now.
Exactly.
yeah, I just said it earlier. I said since you all this, I mean, you know, what's your 5-point system to say that you're a high value woman?
Right. Because we know your credit is shot to the curb. You wouldn't be in those living situations if you had a credit score at least over 700. You wouldn't even be living in that
Exactly.
type of situation.
That's the reason why she had such a hard time. Listen, I don't believe that crap either. When she said she was in Atlanta and they just had a hard time finding an apartment. No, y'all guys you had a hard time because you had to do the first month payment and the down payment, and you didn't have the money and your credit was bad. That's why you guys had a hard time. We have to
Now all
be
those
honest.
evictions on that rental history. Don't nobody want to be
Exactly.
bothered with that.
You have to be honest with your struggle. I don't understand why people like to lie about their struggle because we all struggle through life. But for some reason, Sansa likes to lie and is so transparent because it's obvious. Sansa will say she's 120 pounds, and you can look at this girl and she's pushing 250. And she will lie and try to convince you your eyes are tricking you. Your eyes are tricking you. I just don't understand.
Okay, let me.
I just,
Yeah,
go
let
ahead,
me
She
go
gets me
go
mad.
back to
I'm
saying,
telling you.
yeah. Let me go back to saying, then Ivy, then Jay, then back to you. God bless. Go ahead, say. Saying, go ahead. Okay, Ivy, go ahead.
Yeah, you know, I just yeah, that's what I was thinking, DJ MIA. I was like too hot in a cot, those types of dude, a dude who
Right.
doesn't really care because you know, he's gonna you know, he's gonna you know, just live off of her or whatever. Because there's some dudes, you know, who don't have anything. They don't have their own place. They don't even have their own car. So, you know, that's just the reality. There's plenty of dudes who are doing even worse than she is. There's some dudes who, like, they wouldn't even be able to afford an extended stay for several months. That's the crazy thing about it. But I saw something today on social media, recently actually, and they were saying, like, so men need to be financially stable in order to get a broke chick. And it makes me think of this situation. No, that's not the way that this works. That's especially today. Men today want women who are on somewhat equal standing. That's what the research and the data show. People are selecting into people who are more similar to them when it comes to like income and status. And you know, it's a shame. Like I was thinking about some of the stuff that we were talking about, and it goes back to the situation we were saying on yesterday's live, and I was saying that like this is yet another example of why broke people shouldn't be having kids. Like Priest, unless he gets like multiple forms of income and he gets help, he probably can't. And I said this yesterday in the chat room, he probably can't even afford to buy a ticket to fly out there to see him. You know, somebody was asking a question, which was a good question. What's the difference if, you know, what's the difference if, you know, Justice only sees his father a couple of times a year? If Priest actually made effort and like actually called, and again, he could be doing these things because if a woman will use her children,
he tried. Because
like
Sedonia came up to the panel one time and basically when the Rat made a video, it kind of puzzled us, like why would she say this? And we found out that he tried to make arrangements and try to get everything on a good, you know, track to start a dialogue to be able and to her. And as we know her, she did some twist plot shit of bringing up, you know what I'm saying, the relationship, the old relationship back up again, and shit went out.
Yeah, because she's one of these idiots, and she said it this week, right? Was it when that video yesterday? Me and my son are a package deal. No. And I don't understand what women don't understand about that. No. They are not a package deal. Even if you are married and you get divorced, depending on the situation, like you might get like some type of like alimony in addition to child support. But at the end of the day, that person's like, they don't have to be with you in order to take care of the kid. And there are men who complain about that, and some of those men are just, they're not going to put in effort to see their child anyway. But there's plenty of women who do that. You and your child are not a package deal. And it's like, what don't you get about that? But it's like, she's still thinking that people will pay for membership. Nobody's going to pay for your membership. They weren't paying for it before you pretended to be dead. They're not going to pay for it now. They're definitely not going to pay for it now. And so it's just like, and it's not even like you pretended to be dead. You disappeared in the middle of the fucking woods, even though that would still be crazy too, right? Like, it's not even like you faked your death in some other way. You faked your death, and you faked your death to make it even worse by suicide. So it's like this is the delusion that I tell you guys about. You and that son are not a package deal, especially since you weren't married. You can't even get alimony from him because, unfortunately, baby mamas are not legally recognized. So the only obligation he has to you is to your son. That's why you're only getting child support for your son, and he isn't paying alimony. Because his obligation legally is only to the son.
Right.
I told my son that my son and I were a package deal. No, you're not. You weren't married to him. He doesn't owe you anything. He doesn't owe you alimony. Hell, your first baby father didn't owe you anything. And I don't know a lot of men who would have done that, honestly. I don't know a lot of men who would have done that. If after they got custody of the baby, kept the baby mama around. I don't know a lot of men who would.
Exactly. That's what I said too.
I think that happens commonly.
Yeah, let me go ahead and pass it back to Sin. She just came back. Go ahead, Sin.
Okay. Only thing I would say, you're right, Ivy. It's not a package deal when it comes to Priest as far as her, but I will say this: if you are, like myself, I was married, so my ex-husband and I, we have a son. So when I met my current husband, and we dated for a while, and things got, a little serious, I did introduce my son because we are a package deal. Because if we're going to take this relationship to the next level, we're talking about marriage, then yeah, my son is a part of me. So, with the man that you're going to be with is going to have to respect the child and care for that child if he's going to be with that woman. So that's the only way I would say a package deal. Yeah, if you have a child, it is a package deal, but like you said, it's not a package deal when it comes to Priest taking care of her. His only obligation is to his son. You know what I mean? But because you don't want to be with a man that doesn't have some kind of relationship with your child, especially when you're talking about getting married again, or you're in a serious relationship like that. You want that man to care for your son, your daughter, or whatever. You want that man to develop some kind of relationship. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be together like that. I'm talking about marriage. I'm not talking about just dating and stuff like that. But no, he's not obligated to her. There ain't no package deal. She just want Priest. That's all. She wanted Priest.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you. I was only talking about like the context of their relationships, or like these types of situations that break down. Yeah, right. You would be a fool to be in a relationship or to marry a person who doesn't care about your kids. I completely agree with that. But I especially with like what you just said. Like, yeah, I mean, when you do stuff like that, you make it obvious that like the man is more important to you than your child. Like, Priest is on better footing than she is. You're literally depriving your son of a relationship with his father that he should have, and that could actually benefit you. Right? Like, what if Priest said, you know what, I'm gonna take him off your hands, for a couple of months, let you get your stuff together, and then I'll send him back to California or something like that in a couple of months.
Right.
And that's why, like, people like that, like people who use, especially pawns and children, even people who get divorced, they use their children as pawns in court to like prevent you from moving, or whatever have you. Like, it's really just pathetic. You know, and that might be like with Santeray, it definitely is. But in people like that, that's a sign of like maybe narcissism or being really, really controlling. And the fact that you're willing to use kids, and even more so your own kids, as a pawn is crazy. And it's also like you literally can't even afford to do that. You're on the internet complaining about the equivalent of $240 a month. And I'm a strong single mother, like STO and other people have been saying. You moved to California, why? Like, I was watching something today, and and Santeray was like, I moved to California thinking that my family members can help me with this baby, and now I find out they don't have any space for me. Why do your relatives have to make space for you? You're 40. And you knew you couldn't have that child. Like, I, as you guys have probably figured out, I'm a more individualistic type of person. Take responsibility for your own life rather than rely on other people. But we see this happen constantly, right? You make these poor decisions, and then you expect everybody around you to help you out with a situation that was completely avoidable. And in this situation, we all make mistakes, right? We all make mistakes. Everybody, right?
Okay, let me go ahead pass to Jay right quick.
Okay, it's crazy.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna get off the panel, but this is my last thing I wanted to say about Santeray. Is we've said it several times. When this woman was trying to find a new man to date, she shouldn't have even been in the dating field. She was living with the baby's father and no transportation and no real job. So for her to be on Plenty of Fish playing around, all she could offer was dreams to sell somebody anyway. Yep. So the thing is that she really, like I said prior, had no intentions on living a normal, decent, grown, responsible life. She was looking for a sucker, and she found her one. And I'm sorry to say this, even though in our minds, because we're sensible people, I think we're all sensible. In our minds, we would never have gotten ourselves into a situation like that. We would have gotten on our feet. Let's say if we all were in that situation, no place to stay, living off somebody else. Most of us would have gotten on our feet, got us a place, got us a job, got us at least a studio apartment, whatever, got ourselves together. And then maybe after a year or so of getting stable, then we go back into the dating field. Right. But not Santeray. Santeray is looking for another sucker because, hey, her daughter's about to be grown. So she got to find somebody else to live off of. So just so happens she finds this dude who she also thinks is cute. So that's a dual situation for her. So she's like, man, I found this cute little sucker. I'm about to get in where I fit in so I can float my way through this situation. And unfortunately, he played a fool. I don't know if he was playing or not, but he was a fool for a little minute, a couple of little months. And as STO was saying, yesterday, man, it got bad real fast on dude. You go from your wife to your parents' place, get kicked out of there because the lady don't want to clean up and she's smelly, to sleeping in a truck, to Walmart. I mean, God damn, that's a hell of a downfall. I mean, real fast. It's like life comes at you fast in like a couple of months. And so here the dude is, now you stuck in a motel with a chick that don't want to wash up so over the months, you just consistently just going downhill. It's a decline, one decline after another. So you look around, you're like, man, I can't do anything with this. So unfortunately, By the time that he decided I'm done for real, she's already tracking her ovulation, which I said yesterday. So, this is where we find ourselves. Like I said, if Sansa Ray was a sensible woman, or at least woke up from this dream world she's in, she would say, look, I'm 40. I'm just going to go get me some toys. I find myself lonely in the middle of the night. I'm just being an adult here. Give me some toys or something like that. But I got to hit the ground running and take care of
you
my
remember
child.
that video this year was playing with the damn toy and the goddamn teddy bear? Since she had toys, they weren't good enough for her.
But no, but she's just a classless woman. No real woman would even put herself out there like that. But I'm just saying, you get that. In the middle of the night, you find yourself lonesome, you entertain yourself with that. But during the day, you have to be a woman. All of this wanting to entertain, dating and all that, yeah, that sounds cute. It seems cool in your mind. But time out for all of this dating. You got to put these men and the thought of a man on the back burner for the next 15 years or so, baby. You have
right.
to.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, that is over with. And you've had enough men in your lifetime to where you shouldn't even be wanting a man on no relationship level. You've had enough fun throughout your life. You done beat your box down. Let that go. It's a rest. Let's put that on the back burner and focus on getting this money, securing ourselves so that we can provide for a child who did not decide to be in this situation. You're responsible for him. All of that wanting pleasure, that's over with, sweetie. It's time to think about your child. And like I said, it's just dangerous in these days and times for a woman to even be thinking about trying to date of her caliber. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to meet no real good guy. Not of her caliber. You're going to meet Water Six's own level. You're not going to meet no decent dude. Sansa Ray, you can get that out your mind. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be pessimistic, but you can get that out your mind thinking you're going to find you a high caliber, high quality man. He's not coming, babe. He's not coming.
He's not. Like I said, the shit sound good and the motherfucker don't it.
Right. You'd be better off drawing it in a book and having it with you because the chances of it becoming a reality, that's slim to none. But I just say all of that to say, and I'm gonna wrap it up here. Sansa Ray, if you really care about your son, don't even entertain the dating aspect of life. Right now, it's about your child. Get your skills together. And if you say you're so intelligent, the way you out here trying to sell that, then use that as a marketable skill out in the work field and get yourself financially secure. Your son deserves that. And stop entertaining the thoughts of a man. Let it go, babe. That ship has sailed. So that's all I wanted to say about that. And I really do pray things work out for her and her child, but especially for the child's sake. But I'll be praying for her.
Okay, we got God bless. Appreciate you coming up, Jay.
I just have to laugh at the comment beating up the box. Jay with the beating up the box. Just want to make one statement. Sansa Ray, you have a chance, and I hope she's listening. Sansa Ray, you really do have a chance to turn your life around. I do believe there's somebody out there.
Don't tell her that. Don't tell her that.
I do. No, I really do. I think
she can't afford those. She can't afford those situations.
A lot of women.
She gonna go back. She gonna go right back. She gonna go right back to the same situation just she got herself in.
No, but SL, hear me out. Let me make this statement. Understand that, and you do got a point because she doesn't really can afford. But when you focus on yourself, when you're focusing on other things, that's when love can come in. Because when a man sees you being independent, doing your own thing, he doesn't feel like he needs to save you. So he doesn't feel like he has to save a hoe. He has to be a save a hoe. He doesn't have to be that. He just can walk into your life and be a blessing to you, and you be a blessing to him. The problem with Sansa Ray is that she reeks of desperation. And even a dumb man can smell it and sense it. So when you have a woman that constantly have to tell you, I'm a good woman, then deep down you don't believe it because you're trying to convince yourself that and trying to convince other people. And then once a man says, you're a high caliber woman, I want to see what you produce, what you have, and you can't produce it, then you're going to look like a fool. So if she really focuses on getting herself together, that man that she wants will come into the picture. I truly do believe that.
I mean, anything's possible, but I wouldn't recommend that to her.
You're so mean.
No.
I agree.
Well,
Because she gonna
let
run
me
with that
say
part.
this.
Go
Let me
ahead,
say this
Sam.
real quick. Okay. So this is my philosophy. First of all, you got to be true to yourself. You got to be true to who you are. So Sansa Ray should have been clear with herself and said to herself, self, I don't want to work. I want to be taken care of. I want a man that's going to take care of me, give me money. And so when she was young, like 19 or 20, because there are young women that do it. I'm not saying it's right, but there are young women out here. When Sansa Ray was in her 20s and she knew she didn't want to do nothing but have a man to take care of her, she should have caught her a man when she was in her 20s that had some money, that was looking for some eye candy, somebody to have on his arms, who was
Well, let
willing
me
to
let
take
me.
care of
Okay,
her.
that sounds good too, Sam. But let me ask you a
But
question.
but I'm saying
Yeah,
that's
let
who
me
she
ask you a question though.
is.
Yeah,
But
but
that's who
let me
she
ask you a
is.
question.
What?
What if she's game goofy? Then what?
Gang goofy.
Yeah,
What's gang goofy?
she don't got no game. She just go with the
That's
flow
what I'm
and whatever comes.
saying. That's what I'm saying. She don't have no game. She ain't got no fucking game about herself. Because if she
Oh, I mean,
did,
if she don't got no game about herself, she's not gonna be able to accomplish
and
that. She's
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, if she had some game about herself, and if she was true to herself when she was much younger, she could have achieved that. Sansa Gray is 40 years old with a 3-year-old. I don't know any men that have it going on. Okay, first of all, is gonna want to deal with her crazy ass. Second of all, most men her age or older, their children are pretty much adults almost. So, and then to have to deal with her craziness, it's gonna be pretty hard. Like I said before, she need to find her old man, 1 foot out the grave, 1 foot in. Okay,
yeah. Yeah, now
that
that would work for her.
that's now that would work for her at her age now.
Now,
She is not
exactly.
gonna find no high valued man,
No.
okay? Because a high valued man is not even looking at somebody in an extended state with a 3-year-old, okay, out of shape physically, and ain't even got a fucking job. So she missed that when she was younger. Because there are some young girls who are being well kept,
Yeah, I
but
mean, but
she
they
missed that.
gamed up to right. They gamed up to the
Right.
point where you know what I'm saying, they know how to get it and do it. With
Exactly.
her, she said
She
her
didn't even know how to get it and
right.
do it.
No, she didn't.
So now she got to find her old AARP dude. Okay. Now there might be some hope for that.
But Sin, even those guys who's 60 years old, they want you. You got to have good credit to date them. They're not gonna mess
No,
up
you
their
don't. No, you
credit.
don't. No, you don't.
Well, he got
No,
to
you
be a
don't.
little older than
You
60.
don't think
He
so,
got to be
NCL?
pushing.
No.
He got to be like almost 70. She got to, I said, 1 foot in the grave, one out.
Oh, come on,
Uh-huh.
Sin. Sin, really? A 70-year-old? Come on,
She would
Sin.
rub his little head at night, give him a Viagra pill once a month, and then she'll have her little place to stay, and he'll give her his little pension
Right.
check, and she'll
Exactly.
be all right,
Let Justy have his own little room, you know.
Yeah, ain't nobody with it. No man with any common sense gonna deal with her crazy ass. That girl is mental. She has a mental problem. Anytime she on YouTube talking about she a high value woman making videos from her car, really? Okay. Okay, high value.
All right,
Please.
let's go ahead and pass to the Ivy. Then back to God bless.
Yeah, I agree with STL. Like a lot of these porn stars, some of these women on IG, whether they want to admit it or not, and there's room for all types of girls. I don't really care about. I'm fine with sugar daddy sugar baby or even sugar mama arrangements, it's none of my business. So yeah, there are plenty of women like this. That's what a lot of porn stars do. You think they're making all of this money from some of them are escorts. You think making all of this money from scenes alone? No, a lot of them have sugar babies, but they know what they're doing, right? They look the part. They have a lot of flexibility in their schedule, porn, in the way that porn gets shot. They're at the gym constantly. They're eating out. They're eating right. They're eating healthy. They're working out. If they have to get implants or change their body slightly so they can get more scenes, so they can be more attracted to men, they're doing it, right? They're doing what they need to do to be attractive.
Put in the work.
Hair and nails and feet constantly done. Sansa Ray, I agree with you. I actually think in some of her videos, some of her pictures, I think Sansa Ray looks beautiful in some of her pictures. She doesn't keep herself up though. And it's like with the way that her face is shaped, she can't, like, some people carry extra weight beautifully. So that's not the issue. She's just not one of them. It's like the bottom of her face, like, because of the way her cheekbones are, like it gets too fat. Like she doesn't carry this extra weight well.
Ivy, you cold-blooded.
I actually think Sansa Ray is really attractive. I'm not even dragging. I'm just saying. I actually think Sansa Ray is really a really attractive woman. She just doesn't keep herself up. That's basically what I'm trying to say. She doesn't keep herself up. I'm in no way saying she's ugly, because I'd be lying if I said that. She doesn't keep herself up, and that's her problem. Like nobody's gonna want you. You come in. Even if her body looked like it did back in the day, nobody's going to want you when you're smelling like that. Like STL is absolutely correct. These women keep themselves up. You have to keep yourself up constantly, because you don't know the next time you're going to have a date with a sugar daddy, and you don't know the next time that, the next message you get from your sugar daddy or whatever, like, he might end it with you, just like you could be in a relationship.
Like, hold up. Like, goddamn. Hold up. You was like 75, 50 pounds lighter last time I seen you. The hell happened?
Right. Exactly. So it's just like she wouldn't even be able to do that. And we women are increasingly in the workforce, but there are still traditional men. There are still men who are like, I want a good woman. I want to earn money, and I want my wife to be a stay-at-home wife and raise our children and be in the home. And regardless of what feminism tries to say, right, that is a perfectly acceptable choice for a woman. That's fine. She can't do that though. So basically what I'm trying to say, too long didn't read, is I completely agree with SEL. It's like she doesn't keep herself up in order to be a sugar baby. She wouldn't even really make it in porn, because you would get a reputation for being smelly and not, know what you're doing. And if she wouldn't even be able to be a stay-at-home mom, because for all of those positions, you have to keep yourself up and together. And it's just like mentally, physically, for a sugar baby or porn, she wouldn't last. Mentally, a man realize she's batshit crazy. Like, and this will be the last thing I say. She said recently that like her and her baby, her first baby daddy were together for a couple of years before she got pregnant. And I'm just like, I have a hard time believing that. That's it. That's the last thing I'll say.
All right. God bless.
I agree with I agree with Ivy. I think the hygiene does play a part in Sansa Ray decline, her issue. I'm trying to be respectful, because I don't like to talk about. But Sansa Ray does not look. Sansa Ray doesn't look like she's. She bathes every day. I'm gonna say that. You can look at someone and tell them they maybe wash like Monday, Thursdays, or Fridays, or when someone comes over, but they don't wake up and bathe every day. Well, let's be honest. Sansa Ray is one of those people, and you can tell. You can see, but the crest in the eye, around the mouth. It just says she doesn't bathe. She doesn't bathe every day. And so when you don't bathe every day, and I think Priest realized that, because Priest was being very nice, but you listen to one of his interview, when he was talking about hygiene, it's a reason why he made that statement. He didn't want to come out and say Sansaray has a poor hygiene, because I don't think he wanted to degrade his child's mother. But the truth of the matter is, if a man works 8-hour shift and you have the same gown on when he left at 8 o'clock and he comes back at 4 and you still have the same gown, that's a problem. That's a problem. Plus, you're not working, and plus you have a nasty attitude. It's hard for a man to juggle that. And I'm not on the bandwagon of Priest, but Priest had to deal with a woman who has cognitive delays and mental illness, a woman who doesn't bathe on a regular basis, and a woman who's financially in a bad place. That's a lot for a man to put up with, who's making $400 a week. And I'm not knocking anybody who's making $400 a week, because he was making more than Sansaray. I mean, that's all I just have to say. I know Sansaray wants to upgrade, but Sansaray, if you want to upgrade, I'm going to give you some advice. You have to practice good hygiene. You have to wear clothes that presented yourself. Even with her YouTube videos, Sansaray sometimes doesn't present herself well. So you can't tell me you this sexy kitten and all the men want you and you got crust in your eye. They want the crust in the eye. I just don't understand. I just don't know. And I've been out the dating game for 4 years. I'm happily married, thank God. And so I don't know if that's what men looking for now. Crust in the eye. I don't know what it is.
I was already recorded one video she did on Facebook Live. She was wiping an eye. I'm like, what the fuck? You just woke up, just like said fuck it, and I'm just gonna tell everybody just to send anything. I'll never forget that video, y'all. I wish I would have recorded it. Go ahead, Sid.
No, I was just laughing at God bless with the crust in the eyes. Yeah. Sansaray is 40 years old. Now, I said what I said. She better find her 70-year-old, okay? Otherwise, like they said, she needs to focus on being a mom to little Justy and get a damn skill or something and get a job, and maybe she might find her somebody to date, but she's competing with 20-year-olds, mid 20-year-old, 30-year-old women. Come on now.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah. See, you got women out there like Ivy and with no children who are educated and got it going on, or they have a trade or a skill and they're working and they got their own place and they have their own car and they have a bank account and a couple of credit cards. Just she's competing with that. What does Sansaray really bring to the table? Really?
Shit. Baby Justy.
Nothing.
Kathy.
And the crust in the eye.
She doesn't even bring a good conversation, because if you sit and listen to her for 5 minutes, if you listen to her for 5 minutes, you would, if a man listened to her for 5 minutes, they would be like, this chick is crazy.
Right.
Because her conversation is off. So, have several seats, high value woman, Sansaray. Okay. So that's all.
All right, go ahead, Ivy.
I really just have a question. Y'all on the roll. Y'all been the funniest y'all ever been in these last couple of lives. Her waking up on Facebook begging, is that recent or is that before she faked her death?
That was before. This happened last year when she was in the house. Yeah. Late last year this happened. I mean, she woke up. I swear for God. Some of y'all seen it, not all y'all. Like I said, I wish I would have grabbed it, but I didn't. She said, I know it don't come on Facebook Live as much, but just send something. I'm like, what? What? Some help?
SOS? I mean,
right.
Jeez. Like imagine you like that's the first thing you do when you get out of bed.
Yeah. Oh, man. When she was
what?
pregnant, oh my God. Yeah, when she was pregnant, oh my God. Shit, she's doing 8-hour live streams.
Oh
So
my
most of
God.
y'all in here remember that.
Y'all remember, I think it was still on her channel before she took it down. That video
Yeah.
where she was like kind of really sad, and you could tell, and like she was standing outside, and like she had on a scarf, and her hair was like kind of curly. And I always feel sad when I watch that video because I feel like that was the moment that it hit, everything hit her, you know. Like I'm really about to like have this baby, and like this didn't work out the way that I thought it was at all. Like that video actually makes me really sad. So
I remember that Dale said, remember when she didn't have no shoes and was crying? No, I don't remember that.
Oh, jeez.
Hell.
Yeah, this is just such a cautionary tale. Yeah, I know we will all be, you know, continuing to want the best for justice, and yeah, just hope that she stops with this bullshit that a lot of women do, unfortunately, and men do it too, but a lot of women do it, where it's just like me and my child are a package deal, and you know, because it didn't work out with like your baby daddy or your ex-husband or whatever, like especially when your baby daddy or whatever is actually a good father. You know, I just don't understand a lot of I don't understand a lot of this shit that people do. I really don't get it. Like, isn't it supposed to be about the child?
No, I should make it about her.
Yeah,
like I said,
a lot of women do. A lot of women do. They make it about them, and it's just like, girl, I have all sorts of questions, because that raises the questions like, what was your intent of? Gosh. I don't know. I don't get it. Okay.
Oh, we got a little Rudy in the house. I thought he was gonna come up, but go ahead. God bless.
No, I'm just want to shout out if Mr. Live is still in the in the
trying
chat.
to get Mr. Live to come up. He's not gonna come up.
Come up and speak.
He's not gonna come up. I keep on telling you, he's not gonna come up. Y'all want him to come up so bad. He ain't coming up. He is not coming up. If he was gonna come up, he'd have came up before. He act like he was gonna come up before, but left off. Come on now.
Yeah, but I want him. I want him. I'm trying to just hear his point of view with his experience with Sansa Ray.
He don't want to say. Nah, he don't want to say his point of view. He don't. He know he's over there caking with our ass, telling all that bullshit. That's why. See, he just trying to get the pussy. That's all he's trying to do. So I can't too much knock him on that one. Hey, you better than me.
Oh my God. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm guilty of this. Sansa Ray does make you feel good about your life. When you listen to Sansa Ray live, you be like, you know what?
Right.
I think I'm doing pretty good.
I'm doing damn good. Shit. Shit, my extended state shit way bigger than that motherfucker. Shit. Shit. My extended state on room service. Shit. Let me shut my ass up.
Mr. Live said, you got my point of view, but we would like to speak to you, just ask you a few questions if you can come up to the panel. Because she did a video concerning you, and we just want to know if you want to clear anything up.
No, he's not, because he knows it's true. That's why.
Let's see, I'm trying to network for you, brother. I'm trying to network for you, brother.
I know, but I already know the scoop. That's why he ain't go at me, because he know I'm not lying. But like I said, I don't blame him. He trying to see what's good. I think the rat got something going on this night. Okay, we going back to Sin.
I'm good. I've said what I had to say. So I don't have nothing else to say about the high value woman in the extended state. Okay. making videos in her car in her car, Miss High Value. Okay, she got her shit all the way together. Okay.
Right. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Shit.
She's doing
Really?
it big time. Go Sansa Ray.
Hey, SL, you know it's one thing also by Sansa Ray. You know that she did her YouTube very close up, so you won't see too much in the background. You notice that? Like she didn't want you to
Far
see
as what?
too much of the background. Like her last
Yeah, because
video.
she know what's up. That's why.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. You talking about what her sitting in the car?
When she
Her
was
sitting in the car, right?
No, when she was in the studio and you see the decoration.
Oh yeah.
She made
stopped
sure
it.
the video was close up so you won't see anything else.
Yeah, like I said, I could tell that's a studio apartment. And you see the makeshift decorations, like I pointed out. Yeah.
So she's in an apartment, not an extended stay. She's in an apartment.
Well, I mean, you could, I guess you could call it shit. I mean, well,
I think she's in a
she
studio
paying
apartment.
weekly. Yeah, it's a studio apartment. That's what it is.
Oh,
Now,
so
it could be a
studio apartment. Oh, okay.
Because it's so hollow for one, then you can hear Justy playing, and
so she's not in an extended stay anymore.
well, extended stay is basically the same thing as a studio apartment. It's just
I had a
terms.
studio apartment. I signed a year lease and had to pay rent every month.
Exactly. But she's not. She's not on lease. That's what makes it more so on the extended stay side,
so
because
she's
it's temporarily.
It's
temporary, right? It's temporary, right? Still, it's extended stay because it's temporary.
Okay.
She didn't have to move no bed in and all that. You had to move a bed in and all that.
It was unfurnished.
It was unfurnished, right? Exactly.
Right.
Hers was already furnished, so that's why I say it kind of aligns more into the extended stay point, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because a studio apartment is still an apartment. It's a small condensed apartment.
Right.
It's just a room. Yeah.
Yeah. Most studios is under 500 square foot.
Yeah. Okay.
All righty.
I'm going on mute.
Okay. We got Ivy. Go ahead.
I wonder if I ain't got much to say, but I wonder if Priest is listening, and if so, I hope that this situation is, motivation for maybe you and your family to get more involved in this little boy's life. It's just super weird at this point. Like, she's still talking about you. She's still talking about all of these relationships. Like, even though things didn't work out between him and her, like, you could still do a more active single mom's channel. It's just weird. Like, you can tell that she's the type of woman whose whole thing is about plotting and scheming and trying to get men. Because even though the situation didn't work out with him, there's literally nothing stopping. There's nothing stopping Sansa Ray from. There's nothing stopping her from still doing a family channel, just her and Justice, right? So it's just like, why? But instead, she's going online, rehashing these old stories and stuff like that. And it's like, when you're dependent, when you're really dependent on YouTube to pay your bills, just change what you're doing. But it's just like, you can just tell that, like, she's one of those 40-year-old women who never grows up. And they get a lot of value and self-worth from being able to just get men. It's super weird. Focus on your son. And it's like I said before, she's turning 3 months. She has been turning continuously 3 months with him into 3 years. And I get it to a certain extent. Every day you wake up and you see a child that is the product of him. But but she's like, we've heard these stories already. I just wonder, what if she, it was still fucked up, but what if she came back, and in addition to losing weight and doing what she needed to do to make her OnlyFans more successful, she also
we said it. What you say right there? Hold on.
Huh?
My fault. What you say right there? We said that before when she was pregnant. Damn, she would have just stayed off and just recorded it and made different segments. she'd have been a foot ahead. Everybody done seen she'd been taking care of her son, and man, people would have been shit giving her donations no problem, sending her shit, clothes, all that shit. But she wanted to come on complain about priests.
And just always, even if it's not about him, which she always, to your point, always tries to find a way to make it about him. Even if it's not, it's just it's constantly about men. And I get like wanting to warn other women, but your primary content, to your point, and like getting free stuff, getting donations that she also needs, it's just like you can make your channel primarily about raising your son. Like you talk so much about being a single mother. Show us.
I'm going to touch up on that. Now I said this before. She said her, and then we all know this. She could make a whole collage with her and Priest. That's at least 30 minutes or more. But with Justice, and I'm looking at it right now, the last time she posted a video on this channel was 10 months ago. All his videos are less than a minute.
Sad, and it's like she clearly just doesn't. She just doesn't know what she's doing. It's just like you've been on here for so long, like I don't understand. It's just like YouTube is your primary source of income. You already weren't doing that great. You already weren't doing that great before you pretended to be dead. Now you're pretending to be dead. You're doing even worse, right? It's just like this delusional stuff. Like you stop just talking about being a single mother and like show us. And we understand she's homeless, but hell, she's been open about being a homeless single mother before. And you don't have to show us the inside of that extended stay or whatever. You could just like show us taking him to the park. Show us with you like, with you, going, getting groceries, take him to, like there's so many things that you can do, and it's just, it's baffling to me. And it's just like, but there's just a lot of women like out here, like this. It's like their whole, like a substantial support part of their like self-esteem or whatever is about how many men they get. And it's just like, you don't even have the time for that. Like you literally don't. Like it's just baffling to me. Like I really don't get it. Like she literally doesn't have the time. Literally, like it's just
no. She doesn't have the time. That's why she.
Justice is adorable.
Right. That's why she's up 2:30 in the morning, recording these videos to drop.
And it's just like it's not getting you anywhere. Like nobody was paying for membership. Your OnlyFans is doing well. I can't wait for that video that you said somebody went to her OnlyFans and it is going to drop the video or whatever. Yeah, so I know you'll tell us when that comes out. But it's just like, girl, like this is not working for you, and you don't have time for stuff. You should already know it's not going to work, but you don't have time because you have that little boy to take care of. But with these types of women, it's just, you girl, like you literally don't have time for this. You literally cannot afford to do this. You need every video to make as much money as possible. But yeah, I've been, just thinking about that. You guys are absolutely right. Like it dawned on me when you said it. Like, look how infrequently, like she keeps talking about being a single mother and priest, but because she wants the emphasis to be on him when it should be on her child, this is the consequence. It's I don't get those types of women to begin with though. Like I don't get these women who are like preoccupied, with getting men. Like, it's bizarre.
Okay. God bless. You want something? You want to chime in?
We don't have anything else to say. Just I'm waiting for Sansa Ray again to beg for money. It's coming.
Oh yeah,
so
it's coming.
I'm just waiting for the begging. I'm waiting for her to tell the entire story about Priest, because she's gonna start it off that way. She's gonna say how Priest left her, emotionally abuse her. I think if Sansa Ray could push it, she would say physically, but she don't want to go too far with it. So she's just say emotionally abusive and financially abusive which I don't understand. If two broke people got together, how they someone's financially abusing you? You're both broke. You're just together broke. I don't understand that part. But hey, I go with it. I like it. If you say so. So I'm just waiting for her
Oh,
to
shit.
go to that
I couldn't
transition.
understand it. Yeah, I couldn't understand that part either.
Yeah, I do
Then when you
understand.
started,
If I only got $2 and you only got $2, how am I abusing you? I have no money in my pocket, and you have no money in yours. I don't understand that. But again, I still don't understand about men liking women with eyes in the crust in the eye. I'm just out the game. I just don't know what the young people are doing anymore. I just don't I just don't know. That's all I got to say.
all right, we had 2 hours and 11 minutes. Like I said, I do appreciate everybody coming out and weighing in, and then also everybody in the chat. Shout out to my playback watchers as well. God bless for coming up, Ivy for coming up, Jay for coming back up again. Who else we had? Sin for coming up. We had one more person. Who was it? Hold on,
Ivy.
I'm missing somebody. I said Ivy.
Okay.
I said Sin. I said you. I said Jay. I guess that's it. Yeah, I guess that's it. But I got a video for everybody go check out. This is kind of in relations to the rat what she speaks on sometimes, and it's my big homie, so everybody go over there show him some love and support. He has a podcast, The Pull Up. I'm gonna drop the link right here. Some of y'all can go watch, and he does a interview with a chick who has, I think she got 2 kids by a ball player or something, and she basically tell you about the lifestyle. It's real good content to listen to because she breaks it down. She doesn't show you or talk about how you see the Instagram models like they really living it up. She really tells you the in and outs of it. So definitely go check it out. Like I said, it's called a Pull Up Podcast. So go over there, show them some love. Hold on.
You gonna
Did he
drop the link?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I dropped the link.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's about an hour. So this, like I said, this is give y'all something to watch. You ain't gotta watch it now. I mean, but definitely check it out because the sister that he interviewing, she does give you some good game and good knowledge on dealing with other halves in the industry. That's basically what it is. Let me see what else I had this. You got something you want to say, Sam?
Nope. I was just getting ready to say I'm getting ready to get off of the panel. Everyone have a good night. Stay safe. And I'm gonna go back in the chat, Estill, because I want to grab that link. And bye,
Okay.
Jade and Ivy, and God bless. I enjoyed you
Okay.
guys. Great show, STL.
All right, appreciate it.
Okay. All right.
Again. Ivy, what about you? Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm about to jump off too. Just like I said, I just hope Santeray lets Priest and Justice light. That you're not going to get that from Priest. It's still bye.
All right. Okay, but like I said, there go the link right there, y'all. Like I said, go check it out if you ain't got nothing to watch, or when you get time to watch it, just save it to your watch later list and check it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I told him I'm gonna definitely pass it out on my podcast and show him some love. Still working on some things. We might be on for Wednesday. Who knows? I'm trying to get some things done, especially some uploads. Yeah, definitely want to get some uploads done. I'm gonna close that last of that Gangsta Trump out. I know that. So I'm gonna do that as an upload. It's probably gonna be like 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you for your thought-provoking presentation. Oh, okay. I appreciate you for coming by, Lola Noble. But yeah, like I said, other than that, Everybody stay up. I ain't gonna do no outro music. Well, fuck it. Let me go ahead and do some outro music. I ain't did no outro in a minute. Where they? Till next time, everybody stay up.